Okay, welcome everybody. This is the part. Okay, welcome everybody. This is the part two of the tutorial. So here I'm going to be showing you how you can make a, a business a business card in CorelDRAW. Okay, so I have my CorelDRAW open already, so I can just click here. So this is what we're going to be designing today. First, let's draw a triangle for a business card. Okay, let's say we're using the size 88 by 55 millimeters. Now let's come here to adjust it here in the property bar. So I can just type in 88 here and 55 here. Okay, so that looks really small. Let me reduce this a bit. Okay. Oh, we have a little glitch here. Let's undo that. Here we notice that this Instagram logo or icon, it shows, it appears to be more legible, but once we reduce it, it will become less legible. The size at this point was the outline was 2 points, but once we reduce it, the outline will not change. So this is another property of CorelDRAW. Sometimes whenever you try to decrease or increase a particular feature, it might not always come out well. So best thing you can do, and also leads to having problems when you want to print your file. Let's say you want to print this guy out and then go to the printing press or wherever they do printing, and then they don't have this particular font. When they bring it to their CorelDRAW and they export it and they do everything, this your font will change to the font that is on their system. So there's always, you can just select it like this, right click and convert to curves, Ctrl Q. So once we convert to curves, let's see what we have. Okay, not much difference, but now let's reduce it. Okay, let's undo that, undo the convert to curve. Okay, because these elements they are not linked together, so we can just group them together by using group. We just come under arrange and go to group. So once we grouped it, now let's convert it to curves, and by holding shift we reduce it. Okay, it still looks somehow wobbly, so okay, let's just leave it like that. Let's not waste much of our time. Okay, so the first thing we're going to have to do, you can notice that there is an image inside here. The image didn't come out like this normally. Okay, let's open the image. I have it in my desktop. Graphic design, backgrounds, crystals. So under crystals, let's see. Okay, this. So you can just drag and dump it here instead of having to come over to file, import, start locating the file up and down. You can just drag and drop. Okay, so just shift and reduce. Then you come under your effect, power clip, place inside container, and there you have it. So you can increase this guy a little bit, put him down. Let's make a copy of this so I can see it inside our power clip. Effects, power clip, inside container. So edit content. So edit the content of the power clip. This guy here. Okay, so step 1 is gone. So now the next step is to achieve this curvy line. So you can just come here and trace on the line directly. Sometimes this can save you the stress of having to create your own and by yourself. Just try to trace it along with the Bezier tool. Click to end it, and there we have something like that. Oh, sorry. Undo. So continue drawing until we have that shape or something very close to it. Now I want you to look at something here. Once I click this guy, what happens? The line comes straight or taut. T-A-U-T. It's just like when you have really like a spring or a wire line, something like that, and then there's force or pressure inside it. So it tends to, let's say you have dragged it to a certain limit, and then when you just leave it, just springs up back. So that's what just happened here. So you can just undo it and then click to a point close to the node, but not exactly at the node. That edge there is called the node. So let's see, we just put it here and then we drag it. Then when it's at the node, just come to our shape tool, drag this guy here, adjust it. So now we have our shape. So we can just use our smart fill tool to color it. And this is object 1. Let's put them in their places. Okay, let's say I use this color. Okay, I want mine to be slightly different from that. Okay, let me just leave it. Undo. Okay, so I right click to remove the outline. Then I come back here, do something like this. So have that shape there. Oh, mistake. Forgot about that. So use and using the shape tool, we can bring it back to normal. So you can use this smart fill. That is not good. Let's bring out the shape. Okay, the reason why we're not using direct fill is because direct fill sometimes doesn't fill lines like this. so sometimes it doesn't feel it. So I just like to use my direct fill and then changes it down. But for now, let's just use this one. So bring this guy back to this place and delete this guy. Oh, so it's the other way around. So this one has to be a little darker. So something like this. Maybe here. So this comes here. Remember, close to the node, not exactly at the node. Then use your shift to adjust everything else. So let's fill this. Oh, sorry. I'll right click. Now this part is white. How do we go about this? Okay, so the answer is to go to achieve this kind of spiral effect. This side is the up side. The upper part is white and the lower side is not white. That's the background. So you can just let's group this one together to avoid them scattering all over the place. So now that those ones are grouped, let's look for a triangle. What is it? Triangle. Okay, let's see. Triangle. Then let's convert this triangle to curves, and then so can manipulate using the shift. So I color this white, and then I select the blue goes under, and then right click order to front of layer. So that's how we have that effect of this guy. And also remember, if you want to get to your shape too quickly, you can just left click twice. Sometimes no, it didn't work. It doesn't work every time, so just come to the shape to directly. Forgot something. It's in a group, so I even forgot. So it's in a group. You can't use a shape to learn a group, so you have to ungroup it first, and then right click twice. Brings this out. And this one. So we have that. And also what else? So now let's do this. This is Graphic Designer Studio. This guy is way too high, so let's just reduce it. You can use the arrow keys on your system to reduce the height, or to move it left or right. So let's come in. So this font is Futura. Okay, let me highlight this guy. I can change it to another font if I like. So I want to change it to Futura Bold. So it has to be quite distinct from each other. So blue. I'll cut this guy up. So now they are on separate sides. So right click and left click on this outline too, so the color disappears. So change this to hairline, to 1 point, and this guy will have an outline. So inside this box, Ctrl Z, left click twice, select this guy and come here, change it to white, and select this other guy here, left click, and then you have this. Okay, it doesn't look exactly much like it, so let's try changing. Let's make the colors a bit darker. And let's give this guy to some darker. Okay, so just this last bit. Right. Okay, so let's just put the design on studio. By the way, this is just a template just to show you how to do a simple business card. You can use your own ideas, but you can check for reference images on Google. You can check for reference images on Google to widen your vocabulary, your graphic vocabulary. And also, most times it helps to look at some reference images when you are stuck in a project or something. So design and studio. Yeah, that one will be different. So set to multi-shots, shifts, drag, shifts, drag again. Shift, drag. Shift, drag. Takes a little time, so just right. Looks nice. So let's just bring this guy over here. Okay, Ctrl D to duplicate. Set this color to white and this color to blue. Okay. Can use your real name instead of your code name. Just use your real name. So I've decided not to use my real name for this tutorial. Set that color to white, set to white, and then shift and drag. Use different things. Okay, so the content. This guy is a little bit brighter, so let's just leave it like that. And the edges are a bit curvy. Um, Ctrl D to duplicate group, edit contents. Okay, so let's just grab these guys. I've already made them. Ctrl C, edit contents, Ctrl V. Just copy everything. Edit contents. Ctrl C, edit contents, Ctrl V. So you can make this phone icon yourself by looking for an image. You get an image that has the phone icon there, and then just trace it out with any of your freehand tool. Maybe you should use freehand tool, Bezier tool, or pen to anyone that seems comfortable with you. So from this Instagram, shift and go. And change it here. This is the amount, so I want it to look like. Right, so this guy, let me quickly show you how I did it. Just draw a box at first, then draw a line like this, draw a line like this, and then use your smart fill tool. So just click on this while holding shift, click on this, and then let's try it again. Click on this, hold shift, click on the other one. Release your hand from the shift key when you're about to drag them out, so you can just increase this a little bit, and you can just change the colors around the outline. So that's how I got about that one. Okay, so designing is not really hard, it's just about you being creative, what you can achieve with your creativity. So make sure you check reference images out so that you can get better at what you do. Let's group this guy first so that it doesn't scatter, and then just take these guys, enlarge them a bit, and right click. Okay, I think that should be all for now. So Now we have our business card, so you can check other reference images to create more, to create other styles, and to create. Okay, this is the back. Okay, so you can try to imagine how I created this one, and just try your own. This is actually very simple, just power clipping, using tools and curves and stuff.